Hey friends, FreeBird here. I wanted to take a second to give an introduction to this video that you're about to watch. This is a episode 0, or a test bed for a project that we'd like to call Aggressively Casual. It's going to be a bi-weekly podcast, most likely, that's going to cover whatever we feel like talking about during that particular session. We're not going to algorithm chase. We're not going to, read Reddit comments. We're not going to do, whatever it is that you think a gaming podcast normally does. I've been calling it in internal meetings a gaming podcast for people who hate gaming podcasts. But without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to earlier us, both Cheeks and myself, as we talk about some video game things and take a look at some of the stuff from Gamescom opening night live. If you like this, please let us know in the comments. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And I love you all very much. And we'll see you soon. What's shaking, friends? How we doing? Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Hope you all had a great day. I know I did. It's disgustingly hot here, but it was still a good day. I wanted to catch up on some Gamescom stuff. We got some interesting things out of Gamescom today, including the stuff I want to look at. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 campaign level walkthrough. I want to look at the Dying Light, The Beast trailer. The Indiana Jones and the Great Circle Gamescom trailer. Delta Force, which I'm actually working on a video for right now, had some interesting information, which means I'm going to have to go back and rewrite about a third of that video, which is a little frustrating, but hey, thanks guys for some updates. We got a new Amazon Prime Video series called Secret Level, which is an animated anthology series, you can see here, featuring original stories set within worlds of some of the most beloved video games. This is really interesting. I want to take a look at that with you guys. And then at the end of Gamescom opening night live, we got a trailer for Mafia 4 called Mafia: The Old Country, which is set in early 1900s Sicily. So we're going all the way back now. But let's start out. Let's give this a shot with the Call of Duty trailer and the gameplay. I think this looks like Call of Duty meets like James Bond, and I want to know if I'm crazy.
So we're gonna show up to this fundraiser, get what we need from the senator, then grab Adler from the black site before anyone knows what's happened. Camera actually works.
Sometimes I surprise even myself.
Let's just hope Sav and Case can get the retinal scan.
Senator's on stage now. Use your camera to get a better look. The senator isn't giving interviews tonight, and he doesn't go anywhere without his security detail. I've marked a few leads that could help get you close enough to do the retinal scan. Take your pick.
I got it on good authority that the senator stole some sensitive information from the people I work for.
Who the hell are you?
Blackmailing the senator with sex tapes. Can't beat the classics.
I've cleaned up another of your messes.
Lee Grisham, head of security for All Drain Energy.
Grisham might be our way to McKenna.
I modified the infrared image to highlight the capillaries in the senator's retina. It should have just enough resolution.
Nice. That's super cool. That's super cool. Damn.
Please help. They took me during shift change. Knew our schedule somehow. Started shooting.
It must be Pantheon.
something, all right.
We can do this loud or quiet. Go. Easy, Adler. We're here to help.
Guess Woods got my message.
The old man says you're worth it. You better be right. Sev, we got the prize.
Good. Now get out. Fast. We've got party crashers up here.
Great. You good to go?
Am
Love
now.
Adler's back.
Take cover!
Stay low until that minigun stops spinning.
Hey, look, I'm in direct order.
Stay down.
Nice work.
These Pantheon guys literally sent the big guns after you, Adler. How's that feel?
Like progress.
Up through the service hatch. You two first. I'll give you a boost.
All right.
You first, Adler. Come on, Case.
Oh boy, I love climbing up the service hatch.
Easier coming down. Here. Almost home free. Adler!
I got you.
Man, you're heavier than you look.
Thanks. Hope you have a plan B.
Same as plan A. Go up. We'll just take the scenic route. Let's get moving.
So this feels very bog standard code, but like the mission beforehand, like leading up to this, feels very like James Bond-esque, and it looks like I could be wrong. Oh, I could be wrong.
Ready for
but,
exfil. What's the play?
No play. This place is surrounded by cops. We can't reach you.
Damn!
Yeah, that's cool.
If we
You
can't
may have like
outgun them,
multiple
we
ways
outrun
to
them.
play through
Just
things.
like that, huh?
Just like that.
Like it's saying you can go loud or quiet, or I'm gonna give you a bunch of different detail on who to talk to. You know, maybe
ever
it's
do
a
anything like this
choose-your-own
before?
adventure type of thing.
No. But I don't see any better options, and I'm running out of bullets.
Damn.
Pantheon, 10 o'clock.
Keep them off
And again, this is very Bob standard Call of Duty. You know, vehicle chase, where you can slow down time a little bit, shoot at us with your gun, try to. This is very Bob standard. But the part to me was the beginning of the mission. We were talking about different ways to do things and whatnot. It's interesting, and then they said that there's the open beta for multiplayer coming in a few days, which is interesting. The one thing that annoyed me is they kept calling it the MP beta. Like we know it's the multiplayer beta, but they kept calling it the MP beta. Like, can't you just use the word multiplayer? I don't know. Maybe she was trying to appeal to some younger generation or something. It was very strange. Anyways, let's get Cheeks in here. Oh, hello.
Hey.
How are you?
Oh, fine. Yeah, not a bad trailer, I suppose.
Yeah, it looks to me, like the back end is very bog standard Call of Duty. The front end though is like really interesting because it sounds like there may be multiple ways to play through the missions. And I was like,
That
yeah,
should be nice.
I'll give it a shot. I have Game Pass. It's gonna be on Game Pass.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be on Game Pass. Sure.
Like,
There's literally nothing to lose with some time to install it and uninstall it if it sucks.
right.
I would like to see a Call of Duty with a decent friggin' single player or co-op campaign again.
Same.
Just because gameplay wise, I mean, it's Call of Duty, right? Gameplay wise, it's never been terrible.
Right. But the stories have been kind of all over the place.
Well, right. Like it's a series that kind of, I think, well, for a while, there was Call of Duty, and then there was the Modern Warfare path, like almost like they were two different paths, right?
Yeah.
And I do think it much like Assassin's Creed. It's a game series that has somewhat lost its identity a little bit.
Well, yeah, yeah. And
now
like,
in Call of Duty's for Call of Duty, I think part of that is because there are so many imitators and competitors out there.
Yeah.
For Assassin's Creed, not so much. There's just not a lot that tries to draw on that gameplay. But for Call of Duty, at this point, FPS shooters, you can't swing a dead cat without hitting one.
Right. Well, Assassin's Creed did the right thing and took some time off. I mean, to mixed results. Mirage was okay, but
I don't know. I haven't played it. I wasn't paying that much for a DLC.
Yeah, Mirage was okay.
I would like to play it. I suppose I should pony up. I mean, or something for I don't know. $18 a month for Ubi Plus just seems a bit much.
I mean, when you consider you get access to Outlaws for that price too, coming up. I mean,
sure.
That's not terrible for a month.
I get that
to get those two games
but,
in.
Right, for a month maybe, but month over month, it's just not enough there.
No, I
mean,
get you.
I pay that for Game Pass, and I get so much more.
Yep, I agree. And like the only reason I'm doing the Ubisoft Plus for the month is because our code for Outlaws won't get here in time for early access.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not too futzed anymore about early access, even for review purposes. I'd rather take my time. I think there's this push in the, I'm going to use this term very loosely, game journalism, to get these reviews out. I got to be first.
Yep.
I got to be first. I would rather you were complete.
Yep.
Or than anything else. Because for one thing, even let's say you get early access and early access is 3 days, so you spend 16 hours a day playing that game for 3 days, you still don't have a good picture. You have a rushed picture.
Well, it's not even that. It's then these people complain about having bought into the early access, and the day the game launches, they're either close to beating the game or they've beaten the game.
They've either beaten it or it's done, and now there's nothing
this
to do.
Is it?
Right.
Well, of course.
Well, okay. So here's the thing, and this kind of goes back to what we were offline talking about earlier. We live in a society that is all or nothing. There is no.
Yep.
It's like when we were talking about things and a thing, and you're like, "What should we call it?" And I was like, "Aggressively casual," because it just doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
Something's like, I'm gonna play this game for a while, and then I'm probably gonna stop playing it. I'm gonna go play something else.
Right.
I have to finish everything. And here's the thing. I have never been, and this is chapped to many a friend's butt. I am not a completionist
Me either.
in any stretch of the imagination.
Nope.
I do not have to 100% anything.
Yep,
What I
yep.
have to do is feel like I got my money's worth.
Yep.
You know, so like if I played like the Lego games, my wife,
Yeah.
God love her, she's got to get it all, right?
Yep. You told me this before. Yeah.
I want every achievement.
Yep.
And
I
I'm
want
like,
everything.
I played that game for like 30 hours, had a great time, but I'm done. Well, how
Yep.
much did you complete of it? About 20%. You know,
Yep.
drives you up
Well,
the
it's
wall.
like, but again, that part of that goes to the thing that you and I have talked about before as well, but we might not necessarily talk about on stream. It's that every single game, no matter if it's a single player game now or a multiplayer game, whatever, wants it to be your game, your job,
Right.
your
This
hobby.
is your job now.
Yeah, this is your job.
This
now.
is your hobby.
This is your
have you met
hobby
me?
now, right? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't subscribe to that because I play 30
No.
games at once.
Right. Well,
And I play a little bit of each of them. And then I go back to playing, and then I go back to play another game. Like that's just how it is. But I've also been in this like review mode for 15 years now.
Sure.
Where
right now, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33.
Look, Chad, he can count.
44, 45, 46, 47, not if you interrupt me. 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 60, 62.
Oh, damn.
65. Not counting my drone sims, because those are sims.
Right.
I have 65 games installed on my machine right now.
Yep. I'm
that doesn't count things like the MAME emulator with 1,000 and some odd fucking ROMs, right?
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, although MAME is one of those installed, but there's 65 games installed right now.
Yep.
Is there a way to get a count in your Steam library?
How many games you have? Yes, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
I mean, I'm not sure I want one, to be honest. Well, okay, I have 30. Okay, I have 33 VR games and 354 uncategorized games.
Okay. There you go. Okay.
And that's just on Steam. You know, I also have the Epic launcher, the Ubi launcher, the Bethesda launcher, BattleNet.
Yeah.
You know, EA, both of them. I still have Origin installed. I suppose I can uninstall that now. GOG.
Right.
I also have the Arc launcher, which used to be Star Trek Online, but is not anymore.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I've got the Xbox Game Pass, so I got all that stuff. You know, yeah, don't tell me that your game's going to be my job.
No, because it's not.
Bloody likely.
Because it's not.
Hey, I get bored too easy.
Now you and I get hyper fixated on a game. We play it nonstop for a couple weeks to a month.
But then I'll get just as non-hyper fixated on it.
Right, and then we'll be like, there's this other thing that we wanted to try that's out, or is coming out soon. So we start to focus on prep for that thing.
I'm looking for that game that's going to hold me.
Yeah, same.
You know,
same.
For me, I'm chasing that EverQuest buzz, that original EverQuest buzz, that game where I'm like, I just want to go home and play this game some more.
What's really weird is that I have that feeling with the new Delta Force game. Yeah. And I really have it when I'm playing with Stu or
that's
friends.
the thing. Every game, the only thing that's kept me playing Destiny this long is the fact that you and I play together at time when we can, that Jeff and I play together.
Yep.
That's it. That's the only thing that holds me in this game.
Yep. That's the only thing that holds me playing. That's the reason I've played. I played and continue to play so many games because I have people to play them with. If it wasn't for the people, I'd have fucked off a long time ago with most of these games.
When I play games but then I have the stuff that I play. You know, hell, I'm almost done with another playthrough of Diablo 2.
Right.
I've got.
That's the thing is like I'm looking for. Here's what I want at this point, right? I want a game that, you know, you and I and Jeff and Stu and whoever
Right.
wants to join us can play together, play as much as we want, have fun, you know, whatever. But then I still want those games that I can sit down after you've gone to bed, after, you know, whatever, that I can play by myself, where I don't feel like I'm like I'm being the
Well, there's
product.
a thing, right? If we're playing, it's like when we're playing Destiny, and I'm gonna tell some tales out of school. If and this is I'm gonna use us as an example, just because when you're playing in a group,
Yeah.
period,
Yeah.
get shit done, right?
Yep.
Don't spend 45 minutes in your vault trying to find that one effing gun
Nope, just get
out of
shit done.
600 items.
Yep, get shit done.
Get your stuff. Let's go. Let's go shoot stuff. If we're having a problem, we'll stop and go, okay, go find your gun.
Yep.
You know, if it's a
Yep.
problem. But don't, you know, if we go back to the tower, get it done. Go through the vendors that you need to go to. Don't go to every single one. Don't take 100 hours. You know, I'm like, I spend, and this is not just this group. It's every group I've ever played with. And maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. I'm like, let's go.
Taylor Swift.
You know, like let's go. I'm ready to go. Come on. Why are we still here? We've been
because-
logged on for half an hour. We haven't done anything yet.
Right. And our time is precious.
Right.
I'm about to move in with my 3-year-old.
Sure.
I'm going to have
Thought
significantly
he was
less
older than
time.
that. I thought he was older than that.
It'll be 4 in December.
Oh, is he? Okay. For some reason, I thought he was the same age AJ.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, okay. Well, it's because he's AJ's size. Let's be real.
Well, AJ's a big boy. And so is he.
Yeah. Seamus is a big boy. But anyways, right.
You're gonna have something. You're
gonna
gonna be like me. It's like at 8 o'clock. I go to bed because I got to put the kid to bed.
I ain't fucking with that. Trish,
you know,
Trish does a pretty good job of that by herself, and that's the way it's gonna stay.
You might be. You say that now.
I know.
You say that now, but here's the thing. You're taking on some responsibilities, and there's some things that come with that, and there's just going to be some things that are going to happen naturally because either the kid's going to prefer it, or whatever. Now that doesn't mean like right now I am at a point now where I could put him to bed, and then come back in here, but I can't get loud.
Right. So
because his room is right there.
Yeah, you can't create content like, you know, if you were to come on and try to do like a shoot for us or something. You would have to do it like gameplay only, and then like VOD audio yourself later.
Later, right? I mean, I could get in the studio.
Yeah.
You know, which I may start doing that just to give me some studio time, especially if I want to be in Cubase, because Cubase won't use the headset that I'm using right now.
Oh, that's right.
It doesn't use your standard PC audio. It has to use the interface. Well,
Yep.
problem is I'm not real used to Cubase, so I have to look shit up.
Right.
Which means I'm probably going to need the gaming headset because I'm going to find some video on it somewhere.
Right.
So I'm constantly... this has hampered me because I really want to dig into Cubase with the possibility of leaving Studio One.
Right.
Just because I don't like some of the hinky stuff that they're doing with their subscription. Studio One itself is
shocked.
a great DAW.
Yeah.
Well, they got bought, right? They got bought by Fender.
Oh, they got... Oh.
Yeah, they got bought, and it's not good. It's not bad yet. Don't misunderstand me. The sky is not falling.
No, but
there's a couple of things.
You can see the raindrops coming for you.
It's kind of raining, and I'm wondering if it's going to flood. We'll see what happens. I've also, on the other hand, considered going back to my Studio One Plus subscription, even though I now own Studio One Plus 6 Pro.
Yeah.
But there's also a thing now they do where if you buy a year,
Yeah.
at the end of that year you get that version, but that's also some hinky shit because I bought Studio One 6 Pro, which means I bought it outright, which means I will get every update from, we're on 6.5 now, I think.
Yeah.
So until they go to 7,
You'll get every
I will
update.
continue to get updates.
Right.
On the Studio One Plus, if I got 6.5 at the end of this year, that's it. I'll get 6.5.1, 6.5.2, but will not get 6.6.
Okay. Yeah,
so I'm like, that's some kind of hinky shit.
I'm about to say that's some shit. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. So, but on the other hand, I may just go back to the sub.
Right, because then you get all the shit and don't have to
Because
worry about it.
I
But then,
always have this to fall back on at this point.
I mean, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
But
I
it
was gonna
has
say, what
caused
is
me to actually purchase Cubase, and Cubase ain't cheap.
You're right. I was gonna say
So
you
I want to
told
dig
me-
into this, and I got Cubase Pro. I don't do I can't do standard versions. I use too much of the features that are in that
Right.
aren't available in those. But I really want to dig into it. But not being able to just use my headset hampers that. With Studio One, I can put up with I can accept the lag, I can accept the latency,
Right.
but still be able to access anything. But anyway,
Yeah.
at the same time, like this kind of goes back to I want to spend time in the studio. So again, I'm not making a game my life.
Right.
But even back in the day when I could, I necessarily didn't. Even when I was heavy into EverQuest,
Yeah. I was
once
gonna
the
say,
group went to bed, I usually went off and played something else.
Yeah. That was generally my thing too. And I mean, even in WoW now, I'm the same way. Like if there's nothing that we want to do like with the group, I'm
I
just
tried,
like, all right,
man.
I'm done.
I honestly, I gave that a try. I
I'm
really
done.
did. I tried, and it just
Nope.
even classic can't hold me
Nope. I get it.
anymore.
I get it.
I tried.
It is what it is. It is the one game that I have consistently gone back to for 20 years, and I will do it for every new expansion until there's no more, and then and we'll see how long it holds me this time. I am fortunate enough to have friends who work for Blizzard who have worked for Blizzard for a long time that keep me updated on the game and interested in the game when I'm not playing the game.
Right.
So, and I mean, the perks of, having friends and family discounts or, or friends and family, gift codes or whatever that I generally get,
Right.
because for whatever reason.
Well, like last time, I didn't really want to, or I was interested, but not interested enough to spend money. And you're like,
Yep.
look, I'll buy the expansion if you get a couple of months.
Yeah.
I made it for 3, and that was as good as I could. And I tried, man. I really did. I was like, I really want to enjoy this, but
Yep.
it's just,
Yep.
I don't
And like I
know
said,
what. And
I get
classic
it.
was decent. It was decent.
Yep.
It was
Well, for
kind
me,
of nice
for
revisiting
me,
some of that.
yeah, for me, it's like, it's the it for me, classic was and the season discovery stuff was cool. Classic by itself, I'm like, I played this once.
Well, right, there is
these,
that. I already played this.
I've had these memories. I don't need to make them again. I still remember them. I still remember the first time I downed Arthas in Wrath of the Lich King. Like,
Right.
I remember that shit.
Oh God, I don't need. Stop rating by then.
I don't need to do it again.
I did a few of the raids in
but
WoW.
like, I want here's what I really want. I want a good Star Wars MMO. Because don't get me wrong, I loved Galaxies. I love some of the restoration projects for Galaxies, but I've already played that game. Again, I have those memories.
Well, I say that, but I also have, one of the things that I have installed right now is the Vanguard emulator.
Yeah, fair. But like,
if you didn't play Vanguard, if you never played Vanguard, you should. It is definitely what should have been EQ2, basically.
I'm trying. Oh, wow! I can't believe I blanked on the name of this game. Fucking City of Heroes.
Oh, absolutely.
And how you and
if I had
for
people
years
to play that with.
Well, that's the thing. Is if we had people to play that game with, I think that it would be a better experience. I've tried playing it by myself.
If we want to do that at some point on stream, I'd be down.
Absolutely.
I love City Heroes.
I love that game.
There's tons of games that are gone now that I would love to still be around. In that same vein as City of Heroes, shitty little Auto Assault. That was a fun game.
Yes. Oh my God.
It was what I call the beer and pretzels MMO.
Yep.
It wasn't terribly deep. It was just deep enough. That's how Grandma died. We'll explain that to you one of these days, chat. but it was, and that's the thing about. Okay, so that brings me to another topic. God, I'm rambly. Um, depth in a
It's
game.
the surgery.
Some of it totally is actually. Um, by the way, I cannot recommend having 5 surgeries at once. By the way, what is
Don't do that.
essentially 5 procedures at once. Do not recommend.
Don't do that.
0 of 10 would not recommend. Depth in games. And this goes back to what we were talking about earlier about early access, kind of.
Yep.
Whereas people want all of this stuff.
Yep.
But I'm like, you really don't.
You don't. Like you don't. Yeah, you don't. I promise
And
you,
the
you
thing
don't.
about let's look at a modern game. Let's look at First Descendant.
Yep.
So in First Descendant, there's more depth there than you might think. But here's the thing. And you quickly run into some of First Descendant's issues that they're starting to run into now. I've got my Descendant, and I have to reset this guy to make this slot cheaper. To do this thing, I have to reset and do a thing again.
Right.
So now I got to do this again and again and again and again and again. The depth too, but when we first started playing that game, trying to figure everything out, there is so much there that it's overwhelming.
Right.
Right? It's like, what does this do? I don't know. Number go up good. Remember all that? Number go up good.
Yep.
That's all we cared about for the first bit. Was number go up.
Finish story, number go up good.
Right, exactly. And a lot of these games, well, like Baldur's Gate 3, there's a lot of depth there, but it can be overwhelming.
See, with Baldur's Gate though, I don't feel that it's overwhelming because excuse me,
but you're also a longtime gamer.
Fair, but the reason I say that though is because a lot of the things that may seem overwhelming with Baldur's Gate, in terms of like how much content there is, you discover so much in Baldur's Gate by fucking chance.
Oh sure, absolutely. And I'm not bashing on Baldur's Gate. Don't get me wrong. I'm just using it as an example. There's a lot there. Just trying to decide what race and class combination I want to play, for example.
Yeah, fair.
There's a sweet spot for depth, right? Again, that's how Grandma died. Diablo 2, for example, kind of has it. There's enough there that it's not just surface level stuff. There's more depth to it than it seems, but there's not so much that you don't get bogged down. Like when you look at games like Warframe, Path of Exile, and get into those skill trees and everything, you're just like, holy crap.
Right?
This is way more than I want to think about.
Yep.
So you want just enough to be interesting, right?
Yep.
And to keep you interesting. For as far as shooters, I think Borderlands hit the looter shooter formula just
Speaking of Borderlands,
right on the head. Do we really want to talk about that? I haven't seen it yet.
We're getting 4 next year.
Are they finally going to do 4? They're going to have to do something because the movie tanked.
They talked about they announced 4 today. It opened to Gamescom.
Cool.
Yeah, it opened to Gamescom.
I mean, it was inevitable.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I think that, I mean, now granted, Randy Pitchford was dropping a bunch of hints last week and over the past couple of weeks about how, what a great opportunity they have to make a great game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And now, look, Randy Pitchford's
well, you didn't make a great movie, so you should probably make a good game.
Well, but you have to remember, that movie, right? That movie is essentially 2 to 3 years old. They started filming that during COVID.
Sure.
Which is why they got all those actors that they got. Because they had fucked nothing else to do and they wanted to work.
Sure. But again, that goes to what we were talking about with other things in the media. You still have to tell a good story.
Yep.
And from everything that I've seen, they have failed.
I have seen it. It is not good.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm. It's like
It is. Now, granted, I did not pay for it.
Which is well, that's even worse, actually.
When
you didn't pay for something and you're still like, this is
time
not
out.
good.
Time out. Yeah, it was. It was a screening that was given to me as an opportunity.
Sure.
Not good. Just not
But
a
that's
not
my
a
point.
good. Yeah.
What you didn't pay to see it, and you're still like, this is not good. That's like I paid
It's-
$1 back in the
there-
day. I paid $1 to see Highlander 2 and felt like I got ripped off. So I mean,
There
you
are
know,
moments of brilliance in that movie, and there are some bits that
Hey, Rum.
work. But other than it is not. Hey, Rum, it is not cohesive at all. But I want to run this
Right.
trailer for Dying Light. This new whatever
yeah.
this is.
Let's see what this
Let's
is.
run this and see what this is.
The tracks lead this way.
Okay, tracks go that way.
He's close. Stay here. Stand guard.
He's dead, Jim.
On me.
The music is great.
Bloody hell.
These guys are well armed for Dying Light.
Alright. Well, this could be early. This could be like a prequel or something, you know? 'Cause they haven't really said what this is.
Right.
Contact!
Nope, Predator vision. That's more like alien vision, actually.
Every man has an animal within.
It's
If
in
you
the
push
room
too
with us.
much, you might unleash the beast.
Are the very large crowds in the room with us right now?
There's a parkour wall right there.
You and I never did finish Dying Light 2 either. Fucking great game. I had a blast.
Again, not a completionist.
Yep, but I had a blast. I just want to finish the story. Now this looks interesting. There's not much details as to like what it is. I mean, this is what we have. Like, you know,
Right.
the upcoming standalone adventure. You know, whatever. Like, let's see if there's any information on the website. The Beast. Let's see. Give me some flavor text. You are Cal Crane, legendary hero of Iran, held captive and experimented on for more than a decade. Oh, okay, interesting. All right, cool. Hunt your captors through the new setting of Castor Woods, all while helping those in need. As you find out more details about what's been going on here, you begin to realize there's a lot more to than getting revenge. All right, interesting. Interesting. At least there's some more information there. I'm okay with that. Cool. I like the sound of that. That one sounds fun. Now, this is the one that you sent me. This is the secret level teaser trailer for the
New
Prime
anime
Video series.
teaser for the.
Yeah. This
It's all based on video game stuff.
right. So it reads to me like anthology stories.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's basically that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
So we got some 40K in here.
This world has
I know
waited
there's
for
some
your
Armored
arrival.
Core,
I thought I saw Fable. Did I see Fable?
something of that nature.
How did
It
they
is
not have
you.
Destiny in here?
You will open the door.
But they
That's
managed to
you
get
are the
40K,
chosen.
so
I mean, I was about to say they managed to get 40. Maybe they spent all their money on 40K.
All those
I think there's some Halo in here
moments.
though. I think when they list the games at the very end, but it's real fast.
It's a
Slow that
new
down.
adventure.
Look, Lord, that was God of War, that's right?
Just
Right? Yeah, there's some
for
God of War.
You.
It's like, is that Mega Man?
It looks good.
That's
Yeah,
Armored Core.
That's Fall. Is that...
I know the 40K episode is titled Chaos.
Sounds right.
I was reading an article about that. Well, it's Space
hold on.
Marines, so
Hold on,
you're either
hold on.
gonna go Orcs, Nids, or Chaos.
Alright, so we've got...
Good lot.
Oh, God.
Eternum? Wow.
Yeah, New World Eternum. Oh, Lord.
Fuck.
I mean, that's a pretty solid lineup.
You have a game to play.
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds.
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man, yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons, I saw there.
Yeah, there's Pac-Man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it should. It looks like it could play. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of Pac-Man.
Yeah. Now, all right. So the I'm gonna save this one for last because this is the one I'm damn excited about.
It's Indiana Jones. Yeah, that has. Yeah, don't screw that.
So
Don't screw that up.
Delta Force, previously called Delta Force Hawk Ops, they actually just swapped the title back to Delta Force, which is a smart move. Really smart move on their part. So it goes through the history of the Delta Force series. Hey, look! Delta Force. Brand new. But they announced today that we're going to get... it's going to be on Steam Next Fest in October. And then PC Early Access in Q4 2024. The thing about this game is it's fucking free to play. And the CEO of the company said there's no monetization pay to win. They refuse to do pay to win. I've had a blast with this game. Because it has an extraction mode. And then it has like the Battlefield style modes. But it also has a single player campaign.
They're very cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've never played this series at all.
Oh, you oh man. Ooh, you missed out. They were good games. They were really good games.
Keep in mind, for the most part, I've not really engaged with a lot of shooters.
True.
United.
It's just not ever been my bag. I keep trying them, and then I'm like, this sucks. You know,
this one's cool. It's got
especially the more modern ones like this. You know, I'd rather play like
this one has operators in it like Battlefield does,
right.
but they're not like tied to anything. Like there's no So I'm excited for this. I said earlier I'm working on a Delta Force Why Don't We Try video right now, and I have to rewrite about 3/4 of it. Because I mentioned all of these, dates that we don't know and stuff like that. Well, here we go. I have to redo most of that work, so whatever.
Sure.
So this Mafia, the Old Country.
Oh, nice.
I'm given how hyped I was for Mafia 3 back in the day. And with Mafia 3, I have always said this. I have always said with Mafia 3, if you played the first 4 hours of that game, you were convinced it was the best game of the generation. It was a 20 out of 10. It was perfect. And then you play the rest of it, and it's
and it falls apart.
And it falls apart.
There was something that we've played that was kind of that way. It's like, man, this is great for like the first 10 or 12 hours, and then it just fell apart.
Yep. So
it might have been Anthem shit. I don't know.
So this is just a little teaser trailer. There's nothing to it, but I love the idea.
Well, it's a little served time period, right?
Yeah.
It's a time period that's ripe for this sort of thing, but it seems to be one of those that's just difficult to really get right.
Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Like, I get it. It's all in-engine, in-game engine footage, whatever. The logo is fucking cool. Like, we know nothing about this game other than the name, and that we're going to get some more details in December. But I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah. I will definitely give it a shot. In fact, I want to check this on MafiaGame. Let's just see if the website, again, gives any other... I guess not.
You know what else I could use some more of?
What?
L.A. Noire.
Yeah. Let's see. Mafia, the Old Country. Learn more. Is there any other information here? Okay, we have a couple of photos and stuff. Let's see. Uncover the origins of organized crime in Mafia, the Old Country. A gritty mob story set in the brutal underworld of 1900 Sicily. Fight to survive in this dangerous and unforgiving era with action brought to life by the authentic realism and rich storytelling that the critically acclaimed Mafia series is known for. I will give them that. Especially with Mafia 3.
Right.
The storytelling in Mafia 3 is so good.
Man, they're like redesigning this whole damn game.
And then we're going to get a closer look from Mafia the Old Cut in December. Like, the screenshots are pretty. I'll give them that. How do I back out? Why can't I?
Yeah, it does. Cool.
It looks real pretty.
So, Nightingale.
Yes.
Game we played a lot of when it first came out. But it got samey real fast.
Yes.
Unfortunately. So that's the whole part about this. They're doing a thing. The first update came out August 8th. I missed the first one, but I caught the second one. It's called Nightingale: Realms Rebuilt. So they are basically they're like, we've heard you that it gets samey. So they're redoing the progression tree.
Okay.
So when the portals open to Realm Rebuilt, you will notice that there's been a change to the way that you unlock recipes and progress your Realm Walker in a state on your journey. Current system, players unlock recipes either by completing quests or by purchasing them from the traders. While this was a functional way to unlock new tools and equipment, in reviewing the system, we felt that the reliance on the traders created a disconnect between how players increase gear score and how they progress through the game. Valid.
Okay.
Our aim is to make progression unlocks more intrinsic and overall feel harmonious to the player journey. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So we debate a new progression path for the player. Tech tree, skill path, ability, Aurora Borealis. While there's a lot of different terms and visual representation of the same basic idea, we've gone with the straightforward progression tab that you'll now find in your guidebook. By having a clear understanding of how you progress your tools and equipment, we hope that this will empower players with more autonomy over how they progress. That's a great idea, because we talked about this too. It's like, okay, what's the next tool? You know,
right.
What's the next? It wasn't clear where how the tiers were laid out. In practical terms, how this works is not totally unlike the current system. Essence uses currency. You gain essence, you use it to unlock new benches, tools, and gear on the progression tab.
Right.
Tier 1 essence unlocks tier 1, etc.
Right.
We know what some of you are already thinking. Time to put the boomsicle to use and vacuum up a bunch of grass and sticks to harvest for tier 1 essence. Puck would approve of your cunning. Well, your lawn mowing days are over. Plant fiber, rocks, and sticks no longer extract into essence. You can still extract essence from other items and resources, but there will be more emphasis on completing points of interest, quests, and challenges to reach your essence goals by reducing the overall grind.
Fair.
We'll talk more about that later. Structure limit increase. That's cool. Build bigger places.
Cool. That's cool.
Realm reset. As of this date, updates and enriches the world by introducing a number of new features, such as progression tree, new maps, as well as realm content, plus the significant back-end work that was required. The update will implement a player character progression reset, so we have to start over. That's fine.
Whatever. Okay.
Requiring players to start a new character. This was the only way to ensure that existing players would be able to experience the breadth of the new content available within this update. Yeah, you know, sometimes you can like when Diablo does a level reset, it usually doesn't affect, you know, you just have to relearn things.
Right.
But in this case, that's probably like the only way.
It's definitely the only way.
Then they're like, for players who have unlocked Twitch drops, these will be available to claim again. Previous events such as the Spark of Hope will also be available to unlock the regular thing. They're adding a new tile set.
Ooh, I like those.
We know. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Keep scrolling. Regency tile set. I'm down to the weapons and magic there. That's what I'm looking at. So some of this stuff looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does. Wow.
The Winchester, the new Winchester looks sweet if you scroll down there a bit.
Oh, damn. Yeah. Yeah, those are sexy. Okay.
Yeah, some of this is sexy.
Those are going to look great. Ooh.
New refined revolver. Then if you go to the next blog post,
the part two.
Part 2. They actually talk about what they're doing with the realms. So it looks like some of the realms now will be handcrafted. Storied
Okay.
realms, handcrafted realms set within the existing biomes, each designed with its own theme, aesthetic challenges. They will be introduced as part of the new campaign.
So
And these
are they
these
redoing
will
the
be,
campaign as it is now? Is
they don't
that
say, but
okay?
I would imagine they're gonna have to streamline some of it, and I'm hoping they. I mean, the campaign itself wasn't terrible, but it's a little disjointed.
Right.
You know,
Right. Well, it felt disjointed because it was get to new biome, do story bits until you can't, then go
Right.
off and craft all the upgrades you can.
Here we go.
Then
A
get
new
access.
campaign.
All right.
As mentioned above, storied realms are a central part of the new campaign in Nightingale Realm. Puck is back with an all-new voice work from Mark Warren. He'll be guiding realm walkers through each of the handcrafted realms, featuring a series of new quests and challenges while encountering some familiar faces. The fundamental premise of the story remains the same. Earth has fallen, the portal network's collapsed, what remains of humanity, blah, blah, blah. In the realms rebuilt, the player journey has been, rebuilt. As a realm walker, you will reawaken the portals of the crossroads, rediscover secret long barriers, blah, 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 blah. This takes you across previously unexplored realms to right. So it looks like the answer is yes.
Basically new campaign, new story.
Sites of power and boss battles.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean it'll be worth a look.
It'll definitely be worth a look. Absolutely. Oh, ooh. Hello.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's see.
I don't know if they have a win.
They're gonna do Gamescom at some point this week. We look forward to everyone seeing the opinions. All right, sure.
Yeah.
I'm game. Whenever
that's
out. Yeah,
the
I'm
game was good. And part of that was because of our nature is something else came along and distracted, right?
Right.
And the squirrel kicked in and off we went.
Right. Have you seen this Dune gameplay yet?
Is this stuff that we haven't seen before?
Yeah, this is the stuff that they came out with today.
No, I haven't.
All right, let's take a look.
There is another path for you.
I'm looking forward to this game. This is a game for me, kind of like No Man's Sky. I'm purposely avoiding a lot of the hype.
Yeah. I have one concern, and I want to see if you match me after we watch it.
You begin as a nameless prisoner. Sculpt your appearance, choose your background, and then crash into the planet.
Thanks, Skyrim.
You are abandoned
right?
and alone.
Yeah, it's not like Skyrim was the first.
Hunted by sandworms.
It's a trope.
Scorched by the unforgiving sun.
You're in the open desert. You're gonna die.
By
Just
sunstroke.
saying.
Stick to the shade. Chase the moving shadows. Survive. Welcome to Arrakis, the most dangerous planet in the universe. Meet hundreds of other players in the vast online world. Befriend or betray those you meet. Form a wary alliance, in this case, a spit dart rifle and a still suit, for your help taking down territorial deserters. Working with others will always increase your chance of staying alive. The Deserter Base. Climb to a vantage point and prepare for violence. Your choice of weapons and abilities determines your strategy. Swordmasters lead the charge into battle, literally. Repel ranged attacks with a shield, and then take them out, one by one. Deploy the Hunter-Seeker and
down for
kill
games
from
that
the
give me a
shadows.
stealth option.
I'm always down for games that give you
what
choice.
you can from the Fallen.
Right.
On Arrakis,
on how to
nothing of
approach
value is
situations
wasted.
like this.
Right.
Whereas I could play the character my
Mine,
way, you could play
harvest,
your way, Jeff
and
could
gather
play
with
his
your
way,
group
etc., etc.
to build bases and unlock more advanced equipment, like the Blood Purifier. Refine the blood you collected from your enemies to extract drinkable water. Craft improved equipment using fabricators. Replicate your bases in new locations with the blueprint system, and then
That's a
sell
neat
blueprints
system. I
of your
missed that
architectural
earlier.
wonders to other players. Lead your
Water or
group
the
to
fabricator?
become a guild.
The
On
the
Arrakis,
fabricator.
a nameless prisoner
Ability
can
to transport
rise,
your base around the world.
construct an ornithopter, and take to the air. The world is yours to claim.
This is Dune Man Keith Filari reminding you to vary your route. Return with a full spy slot. My crew found a shortcut we become
The
comfortable.
in-game radio provides insight into key events happening across Arrakis. Map the desert. Discover landmarks, wrecked ships, and desert testing stations filled with forgotten technology. Arrakis is a vast planet. You can explore unique locations, uncover valuable
At
resources,
least they don't have to worry about multiple biomes.
and search for secrets amongst the shifting dunes. And then, return to civilization triumphant with what you found. Harko
Guild
village
ship
throngs with
up
people,
there is
spice
cool.
traders, guild bankers, smugglers, house envoys, and of course,
Hey, look,
other
it's the
players.
Anthem hallway.
Here, you will pledge allegiance to one of the great houses of Dune, the Harkonnen. But remember, to play politics, you need power. And on Arrakis, spice is power. In the deep desert beyond the shield wall, hundreds of players scour the landscape, hunting for spice. Every spice blow has the potential to become a heated battle, with multiple guilds vying for the precious melange. Even when it looks like defeat is inevitable, those who understand desert power can awaken Arrakis itself.
That's gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
But now, here's where we get to my concern.
But now we're into this whole PvE PvP shit.
Here's where we get to that part doesn't really bother
Big
me.
worm.
Here's where we get to my concern. They're talking about some of those battles are going to turn into, guild versus guild things, right?
Right.
Right. My concern is that especially because it sounds like this is we are going to silo things by, server slices, right?
Right.
So let's say we're going to put 500 players on this server, 500, I'm using stupid numbers, right?
Sure.
You are going to end up in like Rum says, the Conan Exile situation, where the larger guilds that are able to recruit on the server are going to eat the resources, and then
Here's the thing. There's as of yet there's been no game to solve that's been able to solve that.
Exactly. So
I'm gonna be honest, just the fact that it has PvP in it at all takes it down a few pegs for me. I'll still play it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Like I will still play it. I'm interested in the game, but like it depends on if you can turn that off like you can on Conan, or if you or if it's PvP will be its own area. Okay, that helps.
That's fine.
Helps. That's fine. Because then if we don't want to go there, we don't have to go there. Cool.
Right.
That's awesome.
Well, ostensively.
Well,
because then you get things that like you don't have to go there, but hey, here's this quest for this really cool piece of gear.
Right. Which again, I'm more than happy to try. I'll give it a shot. More than happy to try. I like some PvEVP games and gameplay. Not all of them, but I like some of them, so I'll give it a shot. Then the one thing that I absolutely screamed over was the Indiana Jones trailer. Funcom realized PvE and role players drop more money. Well, I mean, that's not, but I mean, it's Funcom. If you were expecting anything different out of Funcom, man, I don't know what to tell you. But also, Conan's getting old. Conan's getting old, That game is
you
getting
can
old.
talk about that all you want, but the fact of the matter is, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
PvE and role players spend far more money than your PvP players ever will.
Correct. All right, let's check this last trailer out here for Indiana Jones.
What if I told you there was a connection between ancient cultures around the world? A great circle. Does it exist? Is it the key to some lost power? That's up to you to uncover. I'm Troy Baker, and I play Indy. It's humbling playing a character that so many people, myself included, look up to. As a kid, seeing Indiana Jones in the theater for the first time was a defining moment for me. And I never would have guessed that all these years later, I would be the one wearing the hat. But here I am. It's been a dream come true. A dream that I cannot wait for you to live for yourself.
Every time I hear his name, all I can think of is...
The beauty of a first-person game like this is that we all get
as...
to feel what it's like to become Indy. You are the one who cracks the whip, who feels the weight of every punch and the thrill of finding every clue. Indy is such a unique character. A professor, an archaeologist, a brawler, an explorer, the quintessential all-around adventurer. And this game has everything you'd expect from an Indiana Jones adventure.
Hey,
mysterious artifacts,
you'd be nice
cunning villains,
that doesn't
ancient
stop my love of Indy,
discoveries,
but let's be real.
hard-hitting action.
An archaeologist,
it's a world of constant danger where you've got to think on your feet to stay alive. The Great Circle spans the entire globe, from snake-filled jungle temples to scorpion-riddled desert tombs. Stunning open areas to explore freely, full of secrets for you to discover. And you'll get more than just the classic whip and revolver. Indy's journal and his camera will immerse you in the mystery, providing extra info on all of your finds so you can appreciate all of the little historical details he obsesses over. And those details are your key to solving the ancient puzzles that hold the secrets you're after. But ancient secrets don't come easy. It's best to have an exit strategy. This is an incredible new way to experience Indiana Jones, and I can't wait for you to play it. Hold on to your hat.
Oh, man. I cannot wait for that game.
Yeah, we'll see.
I am so excited for that. I mean, it'll be on Game Pass, so you don't, but whatever. But
again, well, yeah.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So yeah, I
mean,
it's
but here's the thing. Yeah. I've noticed that sometimes just because it says on Game Pass does not mean it's on Game Pass PC.
This right here. It tells you.
So
it'll be on Game Pass PC. It's a first-party title. It'll be on Game Pass PC. Also, it's coming to PS5, I guess, next spring. Right. They're making it a timed exclusive, which is awesome. I mean, good for Xbox. Good for Xbox and good for Microsoft going, hello, I like money, and just flat out admitting it. But but yeah, this is I don't know life too many games anymore. But Star Wars Outlaws and this will be full playthroughs on stream.
I think it has potential. I mean, I'm at the point where I'm like, this may end up being a full playthrough, but then again, if it sucks, it won't be.
Fair.
I can no longer buy a because plenty of trailers look good, and then you're like, whoa, this is not.
Fair.
You know, anybody can make a trailer.
It's very
true. At this point.
It's very true.
So it's just, we'll see.